Go for it, go.
Welcome back to the Constant Complete Podcast featuring myself, Spencer, my friend Matt.
Yo.
And my friend Fiskcake.
Hey, how's it going?
And we're going to talk about
what's
the
up?
games. Hey, sup, dude?
Sup, dude?
How's
What's
it
going on, bro?
We're going to be talking about the games that we played this week, as always. This time, we're going to start it off with Fiskcake. What's a game you've been playing?
I have played a couple of games. You played one of them with me, so I'll save that one for later. But I have, yeah, no problem. I'm always looking out for you. That's what I do. I have played the Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, and it is okay. Like, it's similar feelings I have for Days Gone, and that like. It's a really cool Metroidvania. It's like a really good, Metroidvania. It's just a fucking Castlevania 2016 or 18 or whatever it was made. And it's a really solid one. It's a really good one. I really enjoyed it, but it just has like a certain level of jank to it. That's just like it's not quite polished all the way. Like sometimes enemy interactions are a little weird. Sometimes you glitch the game and it's just like, okay, I guess I'll just restart whatever.
Right.
And then sometimes you kill an enemy and like they do the weird thing like where a part of their body stays in place and like the rest of them go somewhere, but like so that then they have like a super long attached limb.
Oh,
it's like,
where they rubber or they stretch?
Yeah, they just stretch. They don't like come back or anything. They're just like, okay, the hand is up here and now they are off the stage. Out of the screen. I don't.
Very weird.
You guys remember those toys, the Stretch Armstrong?
Stretch Armstrong? Yeah, dude. I once stretched one so long, so hard, and kept it that way for a long enough time where it never quite went back. I ruined it. It wasn't mine either. It was my little brother's.
Oh.
Nothing of value was lost.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Got you, little bro. No, which, I mean, they kind of fix that by just having the bodies disappear after a few amount of seconds anyways. It's just like, oh, yeah, you killed the demon, so it's got to go do stuff. But
back to hell.
Something.
Yeah, the story is weird. Like, I mean, it's not like a great story. It's fine. It just fits the purpose of like, hey, there's a castle.
You're in it.
Gotta go fight the demons in it. Like, okay, whatever. I guess I'll go do that.
I guess I'm here.
Mine as well. I need to look at this up, but there's like a center like demon or whatever, where there's like some kind of statue or something in all the safe rooms. That kind of reminds me of like Arsene or whatever from Persona 5, like Joker's persona or whatever. Like the fancy suit, but like has like a demon angular head and like 6 wings or whatever.
Nice.
I thought that was
sounding like Arsene.
Yeah, and like I thought that would be the final boss. That's not the final boss. Even yeah, I had to think about it, like because like it has like Bloodstained has 3 endings. So there's like the default ending, which glitched out for me. I'm like, oh okay, whatever, it's fine. Like I beat him. I beat that boss, and like halfway through the cutscene, I think it just stopped. I just went to the main menu. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever.
That was abrupt. Oh, what a bold choice in game design.
Well, I looked it up on YouTube, and it wasn't that much longer after it stopped. So I was like, oh, okay. Because it's supposed to be like, oh, man, well, there's obviously more to do. I guess you have to go back and do more. So, you do the rest of the shit, but whatever. Anyways, the true final boss is fucking... What is it? It's 3 animals that it's called Baal. Hold on, let me just look it up. Bloodstained.
Baal.
Bael.
Ooh. Different.
They don't want Christianity to sue them. Legally.
They don't. I mean,
or the Canaanites.
Nobody wants to be sued by, the church, by Jesus and his lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
By Jesus.
They're very litigious.
Oh my God, you're telling me.
Mm-hmm.
So it is actually like a demon guy, a cat, and like an iguana, and they're like all together or something. But anyways, I have the link. I'll just show it to you.
Some yokai shit.
That's not some yokai shit. That's some Greek shit.
That is like some chimera.
Yeah,
Greek.
that's like, hey, mom, can we get a chimera? And then she's like, nah, we got a chimera at home, and it's a fucking iguana and like some dumb
Iguana.
shit.
Nah, I just threw it in there. But yeah, it's just like a demon guy, an iguana,
That's
and a
way
cat.
less cool than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah,
even
no,
connected.
it is way less. That's exactly what
The
I
demon
thought,
guy
too.
just looks like a dude hanging out. You know?
He does
It's
look
like,
like
hey,
he's just like
these are my pets.
Yeah,
just-
he looks like he's about to have like a conversation with you.
it's your stoner friend who has a cat and iguana, and he's just trying to trap you in a conversation about some stupid shit you don't want to talk about.
I
That's
don't
the
even think
true
that's
final
an
boss.
iguana. What's that one that can move his eyes?
Chameleon.
I think it's a
A
chameleon.
I don't know lizards. I didn't go to
I don't know.
school
He
for
looks
that.
very shocked. That's all I'm saying.
He's like, what
Well,
the
the
fuck are
thing-
we doing here? We ain't a final boss.
Huh?
I was just hanging out my fucking whatever. Not
Cage.
cage. Yeah.
Terrarium.
I want to say cage, but yeah, terrarium. There we go. So that's the actual final boss, and that's like another reason why he gets like a point taken off.
I feel like you're
And,
his
like-
final boss.
Well, I mean, it's so the way I played this is that
Yeah.
I had like you get all kinds of weapons and stuff. They got swords, guns, halberds, whatever, katanas. It's really cool. I do enjoy that part. But I was like, maybe if I invest in the kicking tree, maybe there'll be a punching tree at some point.
Of course.
There
You're like,
is
where's
a-
the punch? Ah,
Well, yeah.
fists.
I mean, there are weapons, but what's cooler than just using your bare foot to kick somebody?
True.
So I got that. So I just went through like just kicking people the entire game, and then unlocked a demon where basically you just turn into a bunny girl that can kick even harder, and then you play and you just do that.
Parts of this game like sound totally alien. Like my brain goes back to Castlevania type game, and you're like, and then you kick a bunch and unlock a demon form. Then you turn into a bunny girl. I'm like, oh, what?
Oh yeah.
All
Well,
of
it's
a
a
sudden
demon.
we're
excuse me,
Zootopia.
demon bunny girl. Excuse me. It's
Demon
got
bunny
like
girl.
angular ears instead of just normal bunny ears.
Horn-like ears. Gotcha.
Yeah, exactly. So anyways, basically what I did was I just learned to like dash down, kick them in the head, bounce up, and dash down. And I just did that every time, every single head that flew by. I just did that. I was like, dit, 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 dit. Dit, 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 dit.
So you just
And
you reduce the game down to its core concepts, which turned out to be it's just dive kick with extra steps.
it's just dive kicking. Yeah, that's all it was. It was really more than
Single-player
anything.
dive
It was
kick.
just like the Mario bounce, like Mario bouncing on an enemy.
Yeah.
It was just basically that, honestly,
Nice.
just with like a couple extra buttons. But yeah, no, it's like it has like a bunch of cool stuff. Like I said, the weapons are cool. All the demons and like the because you are a shard binder. That's what you play as, Miriam, the shard binder. And basically each demon is a shard, and they have like certain powers. Like some shards give you passive bonuses, some shards give you a different attack. Some shards make you transform into a bunny girl who can kick harder, blah, blah, blah. I had a complete brain fart. But so basically, yeah, you basically can like play your way throughout the entire game, which is pretty cool. Like you can be a swords person. There's like stuff for like boosting up your sword attacks or your axe attacks, or you can be like a magic user. All kinds of cool stuff. And there's like a second mode for beating the game where you play as like your not even rival. He ends up being your teammate, but his name is Zangetsu, and he's like a really badass samurai, demon slaying, whatever guy.
Sounds cool.
And I might play through it, but I'm not really like too hopeful because like that's all you get is like his move list, and you just
Oh.
basically play the entire same game again with him, which I think might be like a fun challenge or maybe like a fun stream idea or something, but not like for
Does this
enjoying.
game Does this game have conversations with other characters, or is there?
Mhm.
So, do you think maybe the conversations would be different with this character?
I don't know, because like the way the game starts off, you're on a ship, and then the ship is being attacked by stuff, and like there's like a cutscene and stuff that kind of explains that for you. When you go into Zangetsu mode, you just start the game at the boat, and you're just fighting demons.
Oh,
I didn't play enough to like go into the castle and like actually interact with people.
right.
But I think there was another. It sounds familiar because I think there was a Castlevania game, like a real, well, not a real one. You know, what I mean, like a main series Castlevania game that had a similar mode where you could beat the game as one character and then just play through the game. You can play through the game again as a different character, but it's just like more of a like, oh, you can play as this character now, which is kind of cool, whatever. But yeah, and like I said, like the final boss is stupid. the the plot twists and stuff you see kind of coming a mile away. Because, like, oh my God, there's this lady who's helping you out, but nobody knows why. But hey, who's going to argue with somebody helping you out, you know?
True.
She's got to be up to good. She says she'll buy your shards off of you, no problem whatsoever. And, like, when she said that, I immediately, like, okay, I'm going to look up something real quick. I'm like, what are the ending guides to Bloodstained? Like, I just want to make sure there's not, like, if you sell 10 shards to Dominique, you get the bad ending or something. I don't want to play for like 10 plus hours and then get fucked over
and then
because
sell
of
10
that.
shards and just ruin it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I don't want to do that. But no, it's not even that complicated. But she does make it a point at the end of the game. She's like, I've gotten stronger because of these shards that you sold me, that you willingly sold me. I'm like, okay.
So are you going to fight me or why are we...
What else? Like,
What?
you're the only
Like-
one that would take them, bitch. Like, you're the only store. Okay, so it's like, you have the whole monopoly. Now you're throwing it back in my face because you ran out all the other shard people. All right?
Mhm.
That's not really my fault. That's your fault. And it's kind of the fault of the consumers around you. Okay?
the whole market.
Because no one else decided to...
You're breaking
capitalism.
the shard economy.
It's all fucked. Okay? All right? We're in an economically declined world.
Oh no, I wasn't going to stop you. You can keep going. I'm with you.
Economically.
What you're saying that shards are basically cryptocurrency for the modern day.
Yeah.
Blockchain.
NFTs.
Shard chain. Oh my God.
Shard chain.
But yeah, no, it's like really fucking stupid. It's like, okay,
What
like
if you don't sell her anything?
I'm so
I don't
weak.
know. I bet she still says that. Like, I bet even
No.
No,
I
they gotta put something
They
in
have
there.
to put something because you had to go
Dude.
through a big effort probably not to sell her stuff.
Right.
I mean, you can just farm enemies and stuff. It's really not that hard to get money. But I can look it up. Dominique.
So you were saying that. So my brain had like kind of a connection to something else for a second. I have no idea why I think this, or whether or not this is true. I should say. But you mentioned Arsene earlier, right? And something that I thought was kind of cool is there is a mystery novel series about a person named Arsene Lupin. And Arsene is the persona of Joker, who is like a heist guy.
Yes.
So it's just cool that Arsene is named after a mystery novel's main character. Like
I think
a
he's.
detective.
I think that was the point.
Yeah.
No, I know, but like, did you guys know that? I thought that was cool. I
Yeah.
didn't realize that was a thing. Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't know
that's
that there was a
Lupin's
mystery
first
novel.
name.
That's Lupin's first name. Yeah, Arsene Lupin. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All of the personas are named after people.
That's cool. I had no idea.
Obviously.
I can't see if there's a different dialogue, but like from what I
Nobody's
understand
ever
of the
been
quality
dumb
of the
enough to
game.
do it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not gonna play through it again to figure it out, but whatever. But I feel like at the very least, it's either like one or more. You sell shards to her. She's like, "Oh my God, you sold me all these shards. This one shard, all these shards. I'm invincible." But I imagine she just has the same dialogue because they're like I said, this is like a pretty solid 7 or 8 out of 10 game. Like they definitely not cut corners, but like some things could be smoothed over. Some things could have used like a little bit more effort. And but like the base gameplay is actually is a lot of fun. That's pretty much it. It's just like a Castlevania ass Castlevania, and
Right.
that's why you would play it, I guess. But I kind of want to try that. I want to check out the other ones, like the 2D Bloodstained games. I played one on the Vita when I had one, but I don't know if I
it's
can
a
play it on.
series.
No,
Ye-
these
yeah.
are spin-offs that they
Spin-offs.
made
Okay.
Yeah.
while and because like Bloodstained is like Castlevania.
Mhm.
And Castlevania started from 2D
Right.
bullshit.
Hmm.
So they're like,
Yeah, they made
we
like
should make it like a small 2D games. So that's what
Yeah.
they did.
They made
Okay.
Curse of the Moon while they were getting everybody pumped up for Ritual of the Night, and then they made the second one, which has like a mech that's piloted by a dog, which is kind of cool. I want to check it
Dog
out
mech.
anyways.
Mechs and dogs, two things I like.
It's like if there was a game that had a fist cake in it, it's like, oh, well, maybe I'll try it out. You know,
That's
I don't
on
know.
brand.
I have to do it. But, yeah, I can't think of anything else to say about it. Unless you have questions, we can stop talking about Bloodstained. But I just...
Well,
Like,
I mean,
I'm glad I got it because I got in the humble bundle pack of like I paid $12 for it and like 9 other games, so I'm not too worried about it. But I don't know if I would have appreciated if I paid full price for it. But
I think you're
whatever.
kind of in the dissenting opinion of giving it like a 7 or 8. I think most people rate it higher. And I think on Steam it's overwhelmingly positive.
well, what's interesting is
yeah.
I feel like my opinion.
You have no opinion.
Yeah, I do. I have an opinion. I was about to give it.
No, you don't. Shut up. You don't even have an opinion, nerd.
Okay,
Have you-
my assessment. No, my assessment of the meta scenario right now
Mhm.
is that Fistcake suffered through a ton of Castlevania games at one point. Just like went through a bunch of them, right? So you have a refined Castlevania palette of recency.
No, I only played 2 Castlevania games. I just
but-
just as a game itself, and
Right.
like this is all I'm basing it off of. Like
Right,
it is
no.
a Castlevania as Castlevania from what I have played, but it is
That's all I was going to say.
It could
is
be
that
better.
You recently played some Castlevania games, and so you would kind of have a pretty good idea as to like what like parallels can be drawn right with the game, and then you can. I'm just saying like you did play a couple of well-known Castlevania games, so it would make I'm curious to see if the majority of people who play this game are just Castlevania fans and they're playing it and they still just
Yes.
love it as it is.
yeah.
And it's just interesting that you have the outside
I mean, it's
opinion
barely
of it being
outside.
not like 10 out of 10 or whatever, you know.
But yeah, like I said, most people I think rate it pretty highly.
It does say overwhelmingly positive. Yeah,
I know. I mean, I don't say false things. I'm not you.
I don't say false things.
Yes, you do.
Got him.
No,
Mm-hmm.
I say incorrect things.
Oh my fucking god.
Got him.
Got him.
Wowie. But yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I'd have to look at the reviews too. But it's not like I said. I don't hate it, but it's just it's not. Could be just a bit better. I'm excited to see if they make another one. It'd be cool. They had like more polish, and if the final boss wasn't a dude, a cat, and an iguana or a chameleon, excuse me.
I'm like 99% sure that Bloodstained 2 is happening.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, it's good.
And that Cursed or whatever their other 2D is another lead up to Bloodstained 2.
Well, that's cool. I like it
Okay.
when companies when they make like little one-off like offshoot games, and then they like have a place in the the storyline in some way. They're not just like some like duplicate or just something that doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It's cool.
Yeah. No, yeah. They're trying to get the whole Castlevania market, I guess. The 2D heads and the 3D heads.
Hey man, if it works,
Right?
cool.
Man, that's it for me for Bloodstained. You guys been played some games?
We've been playing some games.
Yeah,
Yeah, we just
been playing
recently
games?
been playing the new release Tales of Arise on the
Oh.
PS5. And
Oh,
actually, we were waiting. This is so funny. So Matt and I were talking about it. We're like, we're gonna play Tales of Arise because we played through all of Berseria and we loved it, and we played through a couple of the other ones.
I wouldn't say loved.
I loved it.
I thought it was very good.
Yeah. By the end, it got kind of like troublesome or like I don't know what the right
Got
word.
tedious. That
Yeah,
last
yeah,
dungeon is tedious.
Yeah, tedious. Where certain things overstayed their welcome, and it was like we were just like it was like a rush to the end at some point where we're like, let's just get it done. Like, where's this ending? But I still really enjoyed it. So it was we were hearing good things, but I remember Matt and I were talking about it, and he was like, okay, we're gonna wait and see, like about graphics and like where it's gonna be and stuff like that. And I think like the night before, what was it, the night before, or like the day of?
It was the night before.
Yeah, it was the night before. Matt's like, yeah, so I'm hearing great things. We want to get it.
It's like 10s, 10s, 9s, 10s, 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 9s, 9s, 8,
Yeah, it was
5.
because
Fuck you, Polygon.
because like originally
It can be a little bit different, you know.
we were gonna wait just to make sure that the ports were right. Like, you know, is it better on the PC? Is it better on the PS5? Or mainly just like if it sucked on the PS5, we were just gonna get it for the PC. But we wanted to play on the PS5 because we had like this, you know, sick TV and all that. But so yeah, it was just kind of funny that we're like, okay, we're gonna wait, and then like literally the night before, like, I don't know, it's looking pretty good. I'm like, all right, let's fucking get it. And so we bought it, and so far it's pretty good.
Quick question: did you get the regular edition, or did you get the $109 collector's edition?
Hey, well, about that, we got kind of excited, you know, and I'll be honest, I didn't look at what you got. I did. Agreed to go halvesies. That was my line. You know what? Fuck it. I'll go halvesies. And you know, and then Matt's like, "Yeah, well, I get this." I'm like, "Okay."
Well, I like costumes as long as they don't break immersion.
Right. And the costumes did look, you know, I did get like a glance at like one of the costumes, and I'm like, well, these don't look like as bad. There's some games, it's like they're like, all right, cool. So here's the game, and here's just lingerie. Just put them all in lingerie.
Yeah, it's either really horny or really weird. There's hardly ever like one that's like, oh, that's cool. It's like,
and this one it looked like, oh, these are like livable kind of. Some of these are outfits that people could wear. Okay, I'll justify that in my brain.
I will say that they give you, like, they definitely give you some horny ones, like bathing suits. Japan, I don't understand this shit with bathing suits. Every game has bathing suits. Yeah. Cold Steel, bathing suits. Persona, bathing suits. Tales, bathing suits.
Yep.
Fucking why?
Why? How are they supposed to bathe without their bathing suits? I don't.
Why? And they're all like, it doesn't matter what their age is. They're all like skimpy shit.
Yeah.
And you're just like, number one, just
and they're all
never
high school
applicable
girls.
to the game. Never.
No,
never.
Yeah.
Maybe Persona.
Yeah.
But not in a dungeon where you can change their outfit, so it's fucking doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm like, this is stupid. So we don't even use those.
No.
We just like put them on them, and we're like, nope.
Yeah. The main ones we use, there's some cool outfits actually, like ones that are other characters from other games. Like you get, I think you get some characters from Code Vein. The main Russian girl with the Russian hat, you get her outfit. You also get outfits
from Tekken.
I don't remember her name, but a female character from Tekken. You also get her outfit, and then there's this whole school outfit scenario where all the characters, it's like they're all cosplaying together. Where each of them, like the guy, you know, the guys have like regular like school outfits, and the girls have schoolgirl outfits, and then one character, he's older, so they give him principal outfit, and he's wearing like a principal's like suit thing.
It actually looks pretty sick,
and so we actually let him have that one.
Yeah, and then on the fucking flip the coin, and then the companion that comes with him has an outfit, and it's just like, what is it, bad teacher? It's like sexy teacher or stern teacher.
Yeah, it was stern.
Oh,
or
stern?
Something
like that.
Something, and it's just like cleavage, and it's like deep cut. And this bitch is clad in armor.
Yeah.
Like her normal outfit.
Her normal outfit, she's like a shield maiden.
Yeah.
And then they give her fucking like stern teacher or something like that, where she's just, it's like the opposite of armor. And like we're just two guys trying to play a game.
Yeah, she's like the only one in the entire school outfit that has cleavage. There's a girl with a really short skirt, but you know, that's fine, whatever.
Whatever,
yeah, she's
right?
like,
and then she's like, "Hello, my name is Mrs. Cleavage."
I call my boobs McBoobson.
Yes.
It just breaks. Like,
yeah, it's not enjoyable.
Like if you play the games like that, like maybe if it's your like 5th time,
right?
Okay.
Because at that point, you know, you don't need to worry. You're playing the game for the game at that point. You're not playing it for that first experience of like.
But yeah,
if
you're auto going like, I'm gonna put the little girl in a freaking bathing suit, and that's what she's gonna wear.
Look up Rinwell bathing suit,
and you're just like, are you okay?
Rinwell bathing suit.
Am I gonna be put on a list?
No. It's in a game released to you know, it's fine. But
Shut up.
make sure you do a bathing suit outfit or something like that. That way you're not getting like other shit. But
is she like got the green jacket thing, or
I think so. She's like the mage girl with the book.
Okay, yeah, I see it. Yeah,
and she's like a kid. She's like 15, 16, like that.
Oh, yeah. No, that's normal. They're always like high school age. They're
It's so weird.
Yeah,
it's.
I think she is the youngest character though. I think.
But yeah, then they also give you like a bunch of like other
accessories,
and items.
Does that lady have a sniper rifle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I'm gonna get Tales of Rise by the $125.
Dude, it's badass.
It's really good. We're not even getting to the game.
Yeah.
Anyways,
we're just talking about the DLC that we bought.
Yeah, the outfit stuff. Matt and I have a philosophy when we're playing a game and we care about the characters and we care about the story. We don't want anything to get in the way of our idea of taking those characters seriously in the moment. So even there was one point we put sunglasses on a character, right? Because we were like, this looks cool. Fuck it, right? And then they had some serious scenes coming up, and we watched one scene with her with the sunglasses on and realized it's pulling me out.
She just has like Neo glasses.
Yeah, like fucking cool ass.
And she's like fucking screaming,
like crying. So
and we're like,
Neo doesn't cry.
Let's remove the sunglasses. This is kind of ruining the whole thing, you know. Yeah. So and then I don't even think we have any other hats or anything for it's hairstyles for the main character. There's this whole thing with him and a helmet that covers his entire face. But when you get the DLCs, you can immediately remove the helmet and do like different hairstyles and stuff, because in the DLCs they just don't care about the story.
Yeah.
And so like we of course refused to wear that because the character
until he gets his helmet off, then we'll branch out. But it doesn't make any sense. People were like, "Hey, fucking Iron Mask," and you're like, "I don't have a mask. Right. I haven't had a mask since
the first 2 minutes of the game when I switched outfits and I unlocked the DLC in the first campsite."
Yeah.
So, but let's get into the actual game. So the actual
wait,
game.
wait, I didn't talk about the other DLC. You fucking idiot.
No, you're right. Yeah. This is actually
there's recipes and stuff. Like, you guys know how to cook now?
Yeah. But
that's a game mechanic.
Yeah. But they give you like so much extra shit that's just OP. They give you 500,000 money. Like
you did spend an extra $50 on it. I think that's probably why.
Right, but it ruins the entire
ruins all of the
experience.
Economy.
Yeah, like you could just like beast through everything if you want. They give you so much, it literally like
it's like a bunch of shit, like accessories that are really good, like some other recipes and stuff. I haven't redeemed it.
Yeah, it's way overpowered.
That part of the DLC, because I'm like, it just breaks. It breaks the whole, like, you're not actually playing the game.
Yeah. Like if you want to play the game and you want to have a bit of what do you call it, not difficulty but like challenge, like you want to play the game and be challenged a bit and learn how to play the game the way it's like supposed to be
played first.
You don't want to like just give yourself 500,000 gold. The most gold we've had at any point is I think 8,000.
No, I've had like 15.
Have you had 15? Okay, I wasn't sure. But yeah, like 15 like peak, and then we
it gives you what, 500,000
then. What's up?
It gives you 500,000?
Gives you 500,000.
Gives you increments of 100k.
And we got to 15 probably I would say after 10, 15 hours of the game. Right? This is not something you get to easily. So giving you 500,000, you're basically set for the whole game. You don't have to worry about trying to budget anything, going off and doing stuff to make money. There's things you can do to make money that you just wouldn't have to do because you could just pay for it, right? So like if you want to play the game and not have any challenge and you just want to play the story, I guess redeem it, right? But
they're just trying to get you set up, like, you know how like Trump started with really humble beginnings with like a loan of like small 100,000 gals.
It's 100 million.
Yeah,
100 million gals. 1 million. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know gal to U.S. currency ratio. Right. I didn't get into that, but you know, whatever. 100 million. You know, 500,000 gald, whatever. Yeah, it's just they're trying to get you set up. Like, you know, rich people have it rough too. It's, you know, it's not. They have their own problems, and they're just trying to make you. They're trying to give you the option to experience, you know, the rough life of a rich person.
Yeah.
They also give you some like really good weapons. That I just refuse to use.
That's true. Yeah, they also give you a bunch of weapons that we.
They're like 2 tiers above what I was using at the moment. I'm like, this will just Why? Why even play?
Yeah.
Just set the shit on auto and then watch.
Right.
Essentially.
Hey, maybe I don't know. Maybe I mean, I know why they sell it, and I know why people would get it, but I'm in the same philosophy as you. I usually would not do that, but unless it's like a really cool looking sword or something, like, well, one guy can be a badass or whatever.
What was great about the game, and you go ahead, man. I don't want to.
No, I was just gonna say that all the weapons and stuff that you unlock, once you upgrade a better one, you unlock this skin. Like, you just have the skin, so you can change your weapon to look like whatever, and still use
you can have
the best weapon,
and then have the skin of the weapon that you think looks the best. And it's
That's
the same thing goes for armor too. You can have one type of armor, but then have the skin of the armor that you like, the way it looks, and that way you don't have to worry about, like being all like weird and like level 40 and wow,
Finally, JRPGs are finally catching up to themselves, I guess. I don't know. It's a problem that's like specific to their genre. And people are like, can we just...
Some have fixed, and then others are like, nah, you know what? Nah. Nah, but here's all this shit.
You gotta buy shit. You gotta buy these at a set cost. It's fine.
But, the main game, the actual game itself, pretty good. It has, I wouldn't say like the most unique start when it comes to the character, like and the place that he's in, right?
Is it a village?
No, you are a prisoner.
Oh, you're a slave.
A slave.
Ah, okay. So I change the pace.
Yeah. So I guess it is like different from a lot of other games, but you start out as a slave in a work camp essentially. And the entire premise of the game, or like an overview a little bit,
Walmart,
without going in too much, is that there are two types of people. There are Renans and there are Dahnans. And the Renans actually come from another planet. And they subjugate, like hundreds of years ago, they have subjugated the Dahnans.
300 years.
300 years ago.
They say it a lot.
Yeah. And in fact, they don't even live on their own planet anymore. They live on like a satellite moon that's in between the two planets called Lenegis. And that's where they come down from. That's where they live from. We haven't heard a bunch of what happened to Renan or Rena or whatever happened to that planet, but now they're here subjugating all the Dahnans. And what they do is they kind of like harvest the Dahnans' energy and then pool it together. And there's a whole series of lords of all the different lands who then compete. Five. Who then compete to see who can get the most...
It's like the Holy Grail contest.
Yeah, the most energy in their orb thing.
And then they fight.
And then they decide who's the sovereign, the ruler of all of them.
Okay, so they kill a bunch of people and then they kill each other and then...
They don't kill them.
No.
They just take their energy?
Yeah.
Well...
It's like,
does it like make them depressed or something?
They do kill them, but in other ways they like suck them dry so much that they no longer are a thing, or like they,
So far, they either kill them or they just kind of like exist until they die naturally,
they like
or
work to death, essentially.
They turn into the mirror from the Matrix. The mirror where he pokes it and then like it like goops him.
Oh, gotcha, yeah.
They turn into that, and then they like.
They become nothing, essentially.
They become nothing.
Yeah.
So far, that's only happened recently.
Yeah.
That hasn't happened in the other... We've cleared three places, 3 lords.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen in the first 2 areas.
No.
There wasn't even any evidence of it either.
Yeah. The situation is like slightly different in every single place. So you have like a different biome in every... what do we call them? Like country in each area. And you have a different like lord who's like a particular elemental type. So you got, it's like very clear as like what you need to kind of work towards a little bit. And then also the situation, like the political situation, is different in every place. So you have like a different scenario that you're playing out as you go through every area, essentially. And the whole plan is you are this guy who has this special ability where he can't feel pain.
That's like a real thing.
That's just a disease.
Well, it's a real thing. But it's I guess it's a special situation with one of the other characters. I don't want to say too much, But I guess that's revealed like right away in the story, right?
Yeah. Anyway, so he meets the other character. She's a Renin. She wants to kill all the lords. That's the sniper lady.
Yeah, sniper lady. She's a Renin who's working
he's
with
like,
Dahnas.
I don't really like you. And then your main character is like, I don't know, I kind of like everybody. You know? Like, I'm just kind of like a nice dude. Like, I just want to help people.
I can't feel pain, physical or emotional, so whatever.
Yeah, basically. And then he wears an iron mask for some reason.
He
has amnesia, so he doesn't remember. He only has like a memory of a year.
Yeah. So he doesn't remember any life before a year ago, and ever since he's lived, he's had this iron mask.
And half of it gets cracked in the first boss fight with the first lord or whatever. Anyway, so you guys join together. You're like, we're going around, and that's basically what you're doing. Yeah,
you're trying to recruit more people and like work through all the lords and defeat them, and basically tear down, like rebel, rise up against the Renin overlords, and just destroy the current subjugated situation essentially. And I'm assuming it's going to lead right up into going to all-out war with them, probably.
I bet something happens at Lord 3.
We're past Lord 3.
Yeah, we're past.
You're past Lord 3.
Little spoilers. Lord 3 is the principal.
What? The principal? But he joins you.
Yeah.
You what?
Yeah.
You're working with the rich now?
That was ruined for us, essentially, because of all of the DLC outfits.
I knew it beforehand.
Oh, you knew it beforehand. Okay.
It's in all the promotional material.
Oh, is it? Okay, so it's not really that much of a spoiler. But yeah, they don't hide anything in the outfit stuff either. They just tell you see all the outfits and see all the character names, so you know all the characters that are available to you. So you already know who's going to be joining you. It's kind of
right.
Yeah, it's like
I guess there's 2 secret ones.
In the day.
Nope. What's up?
I said unless there's 2 secret ones.
Right.
Ooh, secret ones. No, I was just saying it used to be more fun back in the day where you can tell in the game who was going to be a party member or not by the amount of detail they had, or if they had like a character voice box or whatever. I'm like, oh, you're tagging along with me at some point, or I'm going to fight you. One of the two.
It's like that famous person or that famous meme where it's like all these non-weird like brown-headed people at a bunch of computers, and there's just one purple-haired lady, and they like pick out the MC.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's true. You can definitely tell like what character is going to be important in some way. Mm-hmm. You're like, oh yeah, you're not normal.
Nowadays they can hide a little bit better, but yeah, I just remember back in the day, it's like, oh, you got your own art. It must be important.
Yeah, it's true.
But
the
go ahead.
Well, I was going to bring up combat.
I was going to move to combat.
The combat is similar in the style of like the way that they go about the button combinations, as far as I know, to Berseria. From what I've read, I haven't actually played it. Matt's been playing this one, but it's for this game especially. It feels like the combat is much more easily understood. Like I know exactly what we're doing and like why and like combos and stuff like that for the most part. Whereas
it's a lot more combo driven.
Yeah, and it's very clear like what affects what. And it's not confusing or overly tutorialized. It's just like it feels very smooth.
Yeah, the whole game has been streamlined. Cool. Like it's so much better than Berseria.
Because I remember playing Berseria, I was the one literally playing the game, and I could it took me a while of like actually trying to train myself to learn how to do anything more than just like the basic combo stuff or anything like that, because there's just so much like that wasn't explained, and you had to just kind of figure it out a little bit. And
it's just overly complicated.
Yeah, it was just overly complicated. And this one, they really streamlined everything. They like for instance, there's only 4 ailments that you can get versus like the 500 or like some crazy number that was in Berseria before. And so they really like structured it down and kind of made it very clear. And I don't know, it's just now it's more fun seeing how you can kind of put the pieces together to get something done. Yeah. And it feels like you're playing a fighting game in some ways, where you're doing like
I'll just combo these motherfuckers up into the sky.
Yeah.
And like
do a touch of death combo on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
basically
and then combo them back down to the ground.
Mm-hmm. And a little Falco in there.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah. We'll do a little Falco. It's pretty sick.
Pew pew.
They got some really cool mechanics too. Like if you get, I don't remember what it's called, but there's like a little circle in the middle of them, or it's not even a circle. It's like a little like a 5-sided thing. But essentially, if you can get it filled up by doing consistent, like almost like shield pressure on them, and you don't break your combo against them, and you're doing the right types of moves, I guess you can put them into. Is it called like a break?
Staggered?
A boost attack.
Is it a boost attack?
I don't know what it's called. Anyways, you just
cool.
super.
Yeah, you do. You can kind of earn the ability to do like a super on them, and it's like a kill. Like it just kills them. Except for bosses, they have multiple bars, but it'll remove that whole bar if you haven't already gotten close, anyways, by doing the combo in the first place. But it's just a cool, like everything feels really cool, and the supers that you do, we're just calling them supers now, and the supers you do are different combinations of the characters. So like you'll do one where it's like the main character and sniper girl, and she'll blah, 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 and they'll have like a cool thing that they do, and then you're like, oh, now it's the main character and fist guy, and they do that thing, and then it's like the fist guy and the magic girl, and so you it's like, oh man, I haven't seen this one yet. But this new character came in, I want to see all their different supers with everybody. Like it's just cool.
There's a sniper lady and a fist guy.
Yeah,
2 fist guys actually.
2 fist guys.
2 fist guys.
Double fist guy. Well,
one's your mentor.
Right. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
I was gonna ask, how does the sniper lady fight? Does she like beat people with her sniper and shoot
No,
them
she shoots them.
Shoots them.
Oh, just combos with the sniper.
Yeah, she shoots them,
and she throws grenades.
She throws grenades.
Okay.
She's not a close quarters lady.
Yeah.
I just know there's like always there's 2 options for the sniper or for like rifle people. So like they either like fight with their gun and also like shoot them in the air or something, or they just all range all the time.
Yeah,
but
she's ranged healer.
Yeah.
Oh, does she shoot you with healing bullets like Anna?
Nah, she just like heals you or like throws something down to heal with.
Boring.
And
cool.
they're good healers.
Yeah,
they're not the Donald Ducks of whatever. Most of the time where I'm getting fucked up, I just like I'm like, she got me.
Yeah,
she'll get me. But yeah, combat is really good and streamlined and fun. One thing that is kind of like shitty is that like everybody's just screaming the whole time. Like there was one time.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And there's only 4 of us, and then like some enemies, and they don't really talk. They just get beat up.
But everyone's like yelling their moves.
But yeah, everybody's just screaming their moves. And it literally sounded like a crowd.
Yeah, like an actual crowd of people.
It was nuts.
Like fighting with 4 deacons.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up, dude. It's crazy because they're like,
along with inner chat.
Yeah,
they'll chat with each other
mid battle, like a repartee as they're doing stuff. Like, oh, I got you,
while screaming their shit.
Okay.
And then the main character can't feel pain. He's like, "Why did you heal me?" And then the healer is like, "Are you fucking stupid?"
Yeah.
Like, just because you can't feel pain, and like they're having an argument, a little tiff, and and then screaming their moves, and it's just like this cacophony of noise sometimes.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's not bad, but there was one time where it legit sounded like
it was crazy.
A crowd. I feel like it was a glitch because it was nuts.
Yeah, it was a bit overwhelming. But no, most of the time, like Matt said, it's not too bad. You can kind of pick everything out essentially. It must have been just the perfect storm of stuff happening.
I mean, yeah, I bet it's just I have whatever you call it, like the rate of the voice lines or whatever. They probably just need to tweak a little bit.
Yeah, maybe
I'll be in a patch or something. There's no more random screaming 24/7.
I know you can turn it all the way off. People were talking about it.
Okay.
People were like, I gotta turn. Like, I hate having voices in JRPGs. I'm like, there's like two type of people. There's like people who turn it all off, or just people who listen to Japanese. And I'm like, and I feel like I'm such an like the first time in my life I feel like a minority because I listen to the English, and then it's on.
Yeah, we just play the game like the way it localizes it, and apparently we're weird.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, this is what
you're just not experiencing the true authentic JRPG without you're just playing RPG. You're not even doing the J part. Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah,
that's what it is. No, I just people. I mean, usually it's because the dubs have better or worse qualities usually, but I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
also
pretty sure that
people
hasn't been the case since
no, that's
2000.
Right.
I was
But
about
no,
to say that's I
especially
think that's just
Tales
like an
of
old
games.
belief.
Yeah, I will say the Tales games so far, in my opinion, have had pretty good voice acting, and this one like, there hasn't been like a really like a charismatic character.
There also hasn't been a really fucking annoying one.
Yeah, they haven't gone into any extremes really, but the characters themselves, they're like believable characters, right? They like, for the most part, there's like a through line of emotion and there's growth in like relationships and stuff like that, and you just believe them as characters. Like it's good voice acting.
But no, I mean, like if you're on the fence, I would get it.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good game. One thing that I will say for all the fucking just like trash players out there who like are having a hard time with the game, Matt's on normal difficulty and has not. I think, have you lost to a single lord?
Yes.
Once.
I lost to the first lord once.
Right. I was reading so much stuff on Reddit about how people were griping about the AI and how it wasn't that good, and how they had to do something very specific with Rinwell and stuff like that because her charge up for her thing, she kept dying, and so it was like ruining their boss battles and stuff like that. Like I was reading a bunch of it, and that's just not simply like on a normal difficulty, unless you're playing on like super hard. It's not something that you really need to worry about if you just like learn how to play the game.
I wonder. Oh, Matt's smiling.
No, I was just laughing because it's true.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. No, I was about to say, like, I bet it is the people who are like, if you're on the forums for Reddit about a Tales game, I imagine you are probably the person that also plays it on super hard Japanese difficulty or something.
You would think that, but from experience of being the guy who like looks up stuff for the things, I'm pulling a lot of my feelings about other players from our time playing Sekiro and looking stuff up for that, where we read so many posts about people like not being able to beat a boss for like 100 hours or some bullshit, like some crazy amount of time where it's like, and they were doing some bullshit strat where they were running around the arena and not engaging and doing all this stuff, right? And so like my assumption,
hesitation is defeat.
Yeah. So my assumption half the time is that people are overcomplicating it and just not learning the mechanics the way they should, because Matt's like not like owning everything, but you can definitely see where like if you put together the right stuff, you'll fuck them up, right?
Yeah.
And I just don't believe that they're doing that.
That's
just my opinion.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So
probably
I'm just trying to be
this game's not super easy. I can't just enjoy my women, my high school girls in bathing suits while they fight the monarchy.
Yeah.
This is horse shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, Tales Override's very good.
Yeah,
we're about 20 hours in.
Oh,
so you just got through the tutorial?
No, it picks up pretty quick.
It's actually remarkably.
It's not a Persona
paced.
game, so but I
imagine
it's a little bit quicker. Just a little bit.
It's pretty well paced, and what's great is you're moving. It has such a good feeling of momentum because each area is so different. So you finish one and you go right to the next one, right? And you finish that one, you go right to the next one. But you can always go back, and there's like continuing stuff you can do. Like you're helping these people rebuild their lives, and so you can go back to the first place and like get them supplies and like help them try to find housing for all these people who need homes. And like there's all this like extra stuff you can do that feels like important to the world. You're not really doing like a ton, but like like a role play perspective, and just the idea that you can go back to previous areas and do things. And they have some seeded stuff that you can't possibly do at the beginning that I'm going to go back and do that. Like there's a special monster that's like level 45 in like the level 6 area.
No, it's like the first.
It's like the first main area.
It's like as soon as you leave the slave camp,
it's there.
It's there, and it's like you can fight it.
And
here's a quest to fight it. I'm like, I'm a god, dude. I beat Sekiro. Hesitation is defeat. And then I was like level 5 or 6, and it's just like it spun around a little bit, and I died. Everybody else died too.
Matt had like 150.
My ancestors died.
Oh wow!
And I was like, you know what?
They erase you from existence.
They were right. I was not ready because they're like, I don't know if you're ready. I'm like, you don't know me. They knew me.
Oh no, shit.
Yeah,
I wonder if those living weapon creatures. One of the other Tales games had that, like they had like a high level monster areas.
Tales of Berseria has that where they have like cryptids and stuff like that pop up. So does Cold Steel.
Right. Special things where if you beat them, you get like a really good reward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like that's the case with this. And we've come across other ones that were more reasonably leveled for the area. But yeah, Matt was like, had like 150 health and it did like 6k damage to him in a regular hit. It was funny. It was so good.
I did like a little tail whip and I was like, we all died.
Yep. It was so fast.
And the funny part is they didn't see you there. It was just turning around. It was like, oh.
Yeah, it was like, oh, is someone there? Oh, shit.
Oh, beckons me. Oh, I guess nobody.
It's good to be king.
Oh, I'm back over here. Num, num, num. Doing monster stuff. I don't know. I'm a stupid fucking monster. Num, num, num.
Yeah, I'm a super fucking monster.
Num, 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 num.
Yeah. But, yeah.
I'm glad you're really enjoying it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't played. I kind of want to play another Tales game. I haven't really played one since Zillia, like the PlayStation 3 one, I think.
Yeah. This one's
not Zillia 2, just Zillia 1.
Yeah. Like I was saying before, good pacing so far. You feel like you got momentum. It picks up pretty well.
There's no lulls.
Yeah,
there's only lulls because I allowed them to be.
Yeah, there's only lulls because we're like doing like menuing,
or
like taking extra steps to go do something extra or something. You know, it's
yeah.
I liked 100%, then move 8 steps, so like 100%.
Yeah,
and then like move 14 steps and be like, oh shit, did I miss something back there? And I'll go back and be like, did I 100%
you gotta make
it?
sure.
I did. All right, and then move on. Now there's these fucking owls that have costume parts, so I'm like, gotta find those.
Oh, the owls are so good, dude. The owls are my favorite part of the game.
Oh, dude, every time we find an owl, thank God there's only like 53 of them.
Oh my God, dude, it's so...
But they have human hoot hoots.
Yeah, so they're owls, but the owl sounds are done by people, like clearly people. They're not trying to sound like an owl. They're just a person going, hoot, hoot.
Oh, no.
Or like, hoot, hoot. And you're like,
every time Spencer fucking dies, like it's the funniest thing he's ever seen in his life.
It's one of the best things ever because it's so clearly just a person, and they're like different people, and it's just like.
So, are they owls or are they just what?
They're owls.
So they're owls, and they're the people are just voicing them saying hoot hoot. Okay, got
it. You get to a place, and there's like an owl king, and he's like hoot hoot.
Yeah,
it's like
he sounds like a regal owl.
He sounds like a regal fucking owl.
Hoot hoot hoot.
Oh my God, it's the best thing ever, dude. I love it. It's so good. And what's great
that's
is
some wacky Japanese humor.
That's your collectible system too, right? You can't miss any of it. You can always go back to grab it. I looked it up, and
they're very lenient with the fast travel. You can fast travel to like every different map point and to cities. And to everything. So the backtracking is not even bad.
No, you can just go back and do something real quick. You can fast travel from because the owl place is like a special like dimension. It's like the owl dimension. I don't know. You just like appear there, and you can travel from there. You can be in one like country, travel to the owl place, and then travel to just a different other country. Like it doesn't matter. You can be anywhere and just travel anywhere. Like with the exception of certain times that okay, wait, there's probably like a cutscene that they want you to walk out of the castle and do a cutscene. It'll tell you that you can't fast travel for that moment. But most of the time, it doesn't even matter. It's great.
Right. No, it's cool.
Yeah.
I like a refined JRPG one that's like streamlined for modern day.
I would say it's really accessible, but without like being totally just like baby level. Yeah.
I heard the like the special edition of the new Dragon Quest is kind of like that. Like, it's still a JRPG, and you're still playing like hundreds of hours, but like everything's streamlined. I think, if I remember correctly. But
yeah,
like
polished.
No, yeah, that's just I just like that. That's like, oh, cool.
I don't have to like feel like I'm always not quite getting what's happening all the time, and then feel like an idiot. Except
I don't have to
like 50 hours into the game, and then I get it, and the game's over.
I don't accidentally wander in the wrong direction. I get killed by a creature. But when was the last time I saved? At the beginning of the entire game. Oh, well, that was like 3 hours ago. Okay, that's fine. I'll just
Guess I'll just never play the
start
game
the
again.
fucking game over.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
That's
now
happened
it's
to me a
auto
couple
saves.
times in Skyrim where I've lost an hour, and I'm like, I guess I'll do this dungeon again.
Right.
Yeah, this game actually has an interesting system, so you can just save wherever. You don't have to worry about having like save points or anything like that. But if you forget to save and you get into a battle and you lose,
you don't retry.
You don't die. You just retry, and they have a special point system. You have it's CP, but I don't remember what the things what CP meant. But essentially, it's the well of points that your healers pull from to cast heals. And so when you die, you start with just a 0. And so you just don't have that well of healing available to you, and you have to use like items to like prop it back up again. But
it also limits your ability to continue fighting.
Oh, true.
Like it gives you like a natural, like eventually you have to go back to town and rest, or go to a campsite and rest, or whatever, because you just run out of items that give you CP. I really wish these motherfuckers would move away from that anachronism.
Yeah, specifically that like initial like C and then next to the other letter P, because my brain immediately goes to the bad thing, and I don't want to, right? But that's what people call that. But why do game designers keep having things called CP?
CP.
Yeah, dude, CP.
Cock porn?
You're close.
Yeah, it's about that. Anyways.
Anyways, Tales
like
of
I heard
Arise,
of
great game. You know, like not like so far we haven't finished it. We don't know how it ends. We don't know how it continues. So far, I'm really enjoying it. I should say. I don't want to get overhyped about it. But it's very good. I'm having a good time.
Honestly, if a JRPG can just keep you going through the entire game, that's like a win by itself nowadays. So it's just like, oh, you beat a JRPG, you put 60 hours or whatever into one game. Congratulations.
Right. Yeah.
You're doing better than your peers.
Dude, I'm up there, dude. Cold Steel, those are like 100-hour games.
Well, yeah, you're a monster. I would like you're not even you don't have a peer group besides like other monsters.
That's true. Hesitation is defeat, motherfuckers.
I'm a step above you. I am a god.
This is actually crazy because Matt used to not be a JRPG guy, and I think really what it is it's just
Cold Steel really changed me.
Yeah, it was Cold Steel, and then also I think playing through Berseria just a little bit before that also kind of helped to soften that thought process, because before Matt was just like, I'll watch you play Final Fantasy VIII, but I don't want to play it.
What happened is I hate ATB.
Yeah.
I despise ATB.
Yeah.
Any game that has ATB, I'm not going to play. I hate it. I think it's the worst thing that's ever existed in
for a while,
existence.
That was like what JRPGs did.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's like it's easy to.
Oh yeah, it was it wasn't turn based. It was active, so it was like a completely different game.
It was like pseudo turn based.
Yeah, it's so fast. Oh my god, it's so actiony. Wowee.
Yeah, I hate it.
I think you like.
I do enjoy
that's why I like
combat
Final Fantasy X, because it doesn't have ATB. But then fucking Final Fantasy X-2 has ATB, and we were going to play that. I was supposed to play that one. It has ATB. I said, you know what? I'll see you in hell.
The combat system in that game was just ridiculous.
Yeah,
it was just
stupid.
It was dumb.
Anyways.
Yeah, From what I remember, I had a bunch of bullshit.
It's just a bunch of just dumb stuff stacked on top. It was dumb.
Can't wait to hear more about your adventures in the Tales universe.
Oh my god.
Part 5.
This reminds me of when we did the season 1 of the podcast. There was like probably 20 podcasts in a row where literally we were like, all right, cool, we've gotten done talking about all of the, the news for the day or whatever. Let's talk about what games we played. And then for like 20 episodes straight, it was, so we're playing Tales of Berseria, and like we got a bit further.
That's true, but we were playing at a 2-hour increment.
2 hour,
once a week.
Yeah, was it once or twice a week? Was it
once a week?
Yeah, we were playing 2 hours.
Yeah, you were streaming it.
And so it was just like this slow progression where we're a bit further. Man, Lafayette said some funny shit last time.
Like, you should have heard what Lafayette said the other day. Oh my god!
Oh yeah,
we laughed.
It was so good. Dude, him and Rokuro, fucking the boys.
The boys.
Yeah.
JRPG boys.
But now we're putting like 10 hours in
a day over the weekend.
Over the weekend,
so like 20 hours each weekend. So we're gonna get this.
I heard day. I know you guys are playing 10 hours a day. Don't worry.
Yeah, dude, fuck it. I'm clocking in and going straight to that TV, dude. Have the laptop nearby, just kind of wiggle the mouse. They won't even know.
Exactly.
But yeah, so
we'll move on to
let's move on. So, Fiskake, what other games have you been playing?
I want to look. I couldn't connect to Steam, which is usually how I remember what I've actually played.
Yeah,
and I know there's one game
disconnected.
It's Tuesday. It's down day.
Oh, well, hey, you know what? That's on me.
Should be up by now. I'm on.
Yeah, just restart Steam.
It hasn't reconnected for me, but I'm just in off mode. So
just be better, dude.
I should just get better.
Hesitation is defeat. All right, I clicked retry like 4 times. I'm in.
Do what?
He clicked retry like 4 times and now he's in. What he's saying is you're not trying hard enough, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Well, I'm sorry. I was just trying to do some. I'm on the show. It's fine. No, so I haven't played anything else except for No Man's Sky. If you have seen me on the Steam friend list for the last couple weeks, I put what did it say? Fucking 49 hours in the last 2 weeks or so, or something like that. Which is not like a lot for like those crackhead video game people who are like, yeah, I put 3,000 or like I'm just gonna say the names Coulter and D. I'm not like Coulter and D where I put like 300 hours into a game.
Yeah, they're insane, dude.
They
can just do it.
Nuts.
It's crazy.
49 hours is like my 300 hours. It's like, oh my
right.
god, I've been playing No Man's Sky for so long.
Yeah, 45
so
hours
much recently.
2 weeks.
45. Okay, I couldn't remember 45 or 49. I lost it, and I don't want to get yelled at for not having.
Same.
Pretty much. I mean, what's the difference of 4 hours besides more refining chlorine and shit? Basically, I don't really have a whole lot new to say about No Man's Sky because I enjoyed it. I think the last time I talked about it, previous podcast seasons or something. I know I played it last year for a while. I'm back into it again because the expedition dropped, which is basically you guys know the expedition, but for the people out there, it's basically a way to get expedition specific items, which is decals, upgrades, stuff like that, blah blah blah. And after you do the expedition, that just turns into a normal game save, so you can just basically start the game at a much basically you can go through the main story at a much quicker rate than you would have if you just play the normal game.
Yeah, you kind of get
and then you also
the intro stuff kind of out of the way so you can get to the big stuff.
Yeah, they basically just change the intro stuff. It's like, okay, you're dying, go solve these mysteries, and then you can fly off or whatever. Whereas in the main story of No Man's Sky, it's like, I've been hearing the signal. I need to figure out what to do. It tells me to fix my exosuit with 35 carbon. I must do that. Wait 10 seconds for the dialogue box. Wait for 10 seconds for the dialogue box to close, and then you wait another 10 seconds to drag the thing into the thing. But I think No Man's Sky has all their bases covered now. They have I can't remember what they had at launch, which was basically nothing. They didn't have multiplayer at launch, so
that's nothing at launch.
They had nothing at launch. They had a procedurally generated game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty much
it. And you could
fly
around, but there was nothing to interact with.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, there was. You could scan some, procedurally
generated
I think you could terrain and items and monsters.
And you could go up to a space station that was empty.
It was empty.
Nothing was there.
Great. I didn't remember. I didn't know, or I guess I forgot about that part. But
yeah, this is crazy.
So, the last few updates, they've added settlements, which are basically very. It's almost like an idle game, pretty much. It's just okay, I got a settlement. Sometimes they'll let me know when, like, basically the settlement is like, hey, we need you to come here and make a decision for us. And you go down there, like, okay, do we want to buy the cantina, which is going to give like 1% happiness to the entire colony, but puts us in debt by like $500,000 more dollars? Or
you're like, oh my God, Preston, nobody cares.
Right. Exactly. It's like, okay, whatever. We're going to make more money. But, and it's just like that. And like the weird, like, you also get like civilian, you get like into like civilian arguments, but you don't like get any backstory or anything. It's just literally like Civilian 1 and Civilian 2 are arguing about who owns blah, blah, blah.
Zoop Zorp is mad at Glinglang.
It's pretty, I mean, you're not too far off.
Dude, fucking Zoop Zorp, man. He's always
He's a
shit.
shit disturber, dude.
Yeah.
I've been telling Zingong that she just needs to stay away from him. Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. It's always fun to see like your friend circles kind of interconnect outside of it. It's pretty cool.
Worlds collide, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah. Small settlement, huh? Where are we? Yeah. With a population of 10 people. It's crazy.
We're fucking funny,
yeah, no,
dude.
like we're hilarious. We should have our own show. I don't know why.
Crazy.
Netflix. So Zoop Zorp and Glib Glop are like, hey, I own this. And you're like, okay, I guess Zoop Zorp owns it. And then you get either like, oh, hey, good idea. He does own it. Or like, oh my God, you're a fucking idiot. How could you have done that? I'm like, well, I didn't.
This is obviously Glinglangs.
Yeah, like I didn't have background info. You didn't give me any more information.
You barely understand your language. I got 4 words out of the 8 paragraphs that you sent me.
The dossier says you two own the same thing. I don't share it, cut it in half. I don't know. Fuck.
Cut it in half.
Yeah, we're gonna do the whole baby thing. The Greeks did it. I don't know. Someone did it.
There's some story.
There's a proverb or something.
Yeah. King David or whatever.
King David. That's what I was gonna say. King Midas, but I don't think that's it.
You know, my mind went to Midas as well.
But he's got the touch.
He's got the touch, but I mean, I couldn't remember if he also made a decision too, like the Midas decision.
He's got the touch, but does he also have the cuts?
Oh, he's got Midas's cuts.
Midas cuts.
The new Delhi.
Okay. I can't help you with the baby thing, but I can turn it to gold.
You want a gold baby? I can give you gold baby.
You could
gold baby
at the market, you know.
They could get a pretty penny for a gold baby.
Got a farm oxygen expand. Never mind. It's just whatever.
No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky stuff. Yeah. So yeah, the settlements they're pretty cool. I don't remember what else. They've added like more base stuff you can do. I mean, they've added a lot of stuff since like the last year when I played it. But so it was a combination of the new expedition. I forgot this is like a point within a point within a point, and and the Twitch drop rewards for like last week or 2 weeks ago, where basically if you just watch somebody stream No Man's Sky for like 3 hours, you would get like a bunch of shit and like a different ship. You would get shit and a ship. If you
nice.
Yeah. But and like you would get like and then they did that for 5 days. I caught on to like the last 3 days before I didn't I only got the last 3 days because I didn't know they were doing it until 3 days. I was like, oh shit, okay, I'll just throw this on the background and get some free shit. Who cares? So it was a combination of those two things that got me back into the game, having a bunch of fun with it. Just kind of fun messing around with all the stuff. Fun kind of like rebuilding back my lost save, basically. But it's kind of like the part where it's like it's as like big as an ocean, but like shallow as a pond. There we go. I was like, I know there's something. So like there's a bunch of cool stuff, and like they do like a few cool things. I think like they're at a pretty good spot now. They could just expand on what they have currently.
They could deepen the well.
Deepen the well, exactly. Because like seeing it. Yeah, the procedurally generated planets are cool, but like, you know, it's procedurally generated, so they can only be like so different so often. And even planets have like maybe like 5 or 10 categories. I don't know off the top of my head, but like if you see like, oh, a hostile temperate planet, it's like, oh, it's got rainfall that burns my skin off. The animals are assholes, or they look weird. It's whatever. Okay, what's this other planet? It's a sharded planet. Okay, it's just literally shards everywhere. Okay, that's cool. And then those planets are cool the first time you see them, but then like, how many shards can like how many shards?
Just don't
can
tell
you make
the bitch from Bloodstained.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, no, yeah, it's yeah. Miriam has a planet. But yeah, no, like I'm not even complaining about it because I've been, like I said, I've spent a lot of time in it. I still have plenty of time to spend into it. It's just I just wish they would just kind of like stop expanding or like take a break or something because they've been like making patches and updates since they released the game, and I wish they would
Expand the already made mechanics.
Yeah, just deepening up everything. Not like getting too crazy. Like, oh, now you can fight God or something. No, just I don't know.
Just like make things a bit more like just
add like 10 variations to like the fucking animals or plants or something or
variations within a species. That'd be cool.
Yeah, just anything really. just add more variations of the stuff.
You know, I don't know if this exists in the game, but in real life, you have animals that have like heterodimorphism, right? Where like one animal, like the female's bigger than the male, or like there's like different stuff like that you can do. That feels like a pretty easy setting, or you know, kind of like slight variant to kind of keep things interesting. And then also maybe animal AI that isn't like I'm aggressive or I'm not aggressive. You know.
Yeah, I mean that would be kind of hard because of just there's billions upon billions of planets. I mean,
at some point you get to a thing where it's like
there's no way you can manage that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I'd like adding like, oh, maybe there's like 2 different kinds of fins instead of like I don't know, I don't know how many fins they have.
Instead
but like
of just being like here's the set of fins you have, and once you've seen 15 things with fins, you start to see repeat fins. Is kind of what's happening, right? Yeah.
You've seen one goofy biped. Have you seen a goofy, four-walker, four-legged? Okay, you have. Cool, fantastic.
How about one with 6 legs?
Yeah. Oh shit. Okay.
Pretty weird, right?
This
you
one's
ever seen a mammal
blob
with 8 legs?
It's gonna blow your mind.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh shit, that's so good.
Okay, but yeah, no, they just I just wish for that mostly more than anything. Like I said, I'm having a great time. Got a freighter. Basically got like not even a money farm. The way I'm making money is suboptimal, but I have like 250 million currently, which is enough. Like you can just buy anything you want and get whatever you want. But
this guy, we're playing with him. Like he's like, hey, you want to play some No Man's Sky? We're like, yeah, fuck it.
I suggested that.
Matt's like, hey, we should play with you. Anyways, I don't remember how it happened. I just remember joining, and so we're playing, and you know,
I was just there.
Yeah. If it's case like trying not to railroad us, so like because he wants to learn the game or whatever, and so we're playing, and then he's like, yeah, oh check it out. Yeah, that's my capital ship. Like,
I mean, it was cool.
It was sick. I mean, this is crazy. It's just like, dude, this guy's
balling.
Are we hanging out with Jeff Bezos right now?
Jeff Bezos a little bit.
Guy?
a little bit.
I mean, that's kind of the goal of being, or not being Jeff Bezos, but of playing No Man's Sky. You just want to be a rich asshole in space that gets to do whatever you want because you're rich, and who gives a shit? Who's going to stop you? Nobody. You have
just watching us trying to desperately just cling on to new minerals so that we can
new mineral,
so we can leave this fucking planet. Just like we just need like 6 more minerals, dude. I don't know where they are.
I'm over. After you left the call, we were playing because like we just needed to find. I just need to find like 6 more minerals, and then I had the last thing, and then I had to build like the one thing, and then we'd be gone, right? And I'm over here like fucking fist cake talking about how there's caves and shit. I haven't found one cave. I mean, all my minerals inside of ponds.
Where they spawned me for the expedition, I didn't have a hard time finding rocks and stuff. The parts where I had trouble with is later on where you're supposed to find like an outpost or something. But in order to find an outpost, you gotta like basically well, the way I did, I just like looked at that. I'm like, is there an outpost by Gisto Major, which is the expedition planet? And they're like, yeah, the coordinates are blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go there instead of buying, because like what they want you to do is like buy a bunch of charts and like discover the planet, explore the planet, because you have 6 weeks to do it, but we're human beings and we don't like to do things for 6 weeks. They're like, nope, here's the thing, you can go here, the other thing's over here, you can get larval cores over here, you can make this thing by this. It's like, oh shit, okay.
Thank you. I will do that.
Thank you, the hundreds of thousands of nerds who did this before me. Thank Christ for you.
Really, like a lot of times when we play games, especially games that are have a lot of complexity or there's a lot of things to collect or something like that, we're really standing on the shoulders of giants half the time. It's just like, thanks all the people who put everything in Extra Life. We wouldn't have been able to do it without you, really.
The fucked up part is like they enjoy doing that. Like they enjoy crunching the numbers and figuring shit out. And it's like
get a life.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, what is wrong with you?
Like, have you had sex before? It's great. You should try it, nerd.
Like,
go touch some grass.
Thank you for the information. I appreciate it. I really do. I just wish.
Yeah, like I really like I love that you do it, but I hate that you do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like humans are complicated. You know what I'm saying?
I got a lot of feelings.
I went into this Google search expecting an answer, and you had that answer. But also,
and I'm disappointed.
What are you doing?
Mostly. Oh God, but yeah, no, I like I said, I just wish they just deepen the whole thing. But you guys, we played like 100 years ago with Coulter, right? Like 2-3 years ago or something. Mm-hmm. And you guys hopped in last week with me. What how do you feel about it? How do you?
I was having a great time till I had to find the minerals.
Yeah, really, it was like
and then it was like a steep cliff that I jumped off of, because it just like. I really felt like I was doing my due diligence.
Yeah,
trying to find the shit.
Yeah, like we were finding stuff at a pretty good pace, and we're checking things off the list, and then it's like you hit a wall, and I'm like, okay, I've looked at every fucking possible version of a rock in the surrounding 300 yards, and I've only found 11, and I need 18. Mm-hmm. Where are the other 7? And so I'm on my, I'm and like luckily you came by and just dropped us some bikes, because if I didn't have that bike, I don't know what I would do. And I'm over there on a bike looking for other lakes, being like, maybe there's like a morsel of a different one inside this lake over here. And it's like, nope, it's mostly the same shit I found in the other lake. Oh, there's one new one. Sick.
Yeah.
But literally, other than that, I was having a good time.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I get a lot of fulfillment and enjoyment out of team based collaborative games. And like kind of building things together, and like, PvE, like I like that a lot. And so I'm excited to see what it like where we can go with it.
Oh yeah, once you guys get off that planet, it's gonna be sick.
It's gonna be fucking cool. I can't wait to get my own capital ship. It's gonna be pretty cool.
Oh my God, I told you this when we played, but the first time I saw a freighter, because when I played it last year or whatever, I played it completely blind. I'm like, I just am really enjoying like discovering what's new in the game, so whatever. And when I discovered that freighters existed, I'm like, could I get one of those? Is that possible? Would they allow me to get a freighter? That's fucking. That's
impossible. Bling blong. Yo,
bling.
Yo, hit me. Yo, we can get one of those.
You're telling me?
And bling blong's like, yeah, you destroyed those pirates. You killed those 3 pirates that I could barely fight off, so go ahead and take mine while you're at it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Man.
Thanks, Bling Blong.
Bling Blong. And then he fizz bomb, but he has a tentacle, so it's weird.
I mean, you get it, but it's like your knuckles are a little wet and you gotta wipe it off, but it's fine.
He did just give you a freighter,
so yeah, you don't.
He did give you an entire ship for fighting 2 pirates or whatever. It's pretty cool. I mean, that's literally what the quests are. It's like, oh my God, you've warped into a new area, and there's 3 pirates fighting this giant freighter with like multiple ships beside it. You gotta save them. They can't fight for themselves, and you do it. Yeah. They're like, hey, come aboard. I got a proposition for you. It's like, oh, okay.
I'm not a prostitute.
Yeah. That's the first thing I said when I went there. I'm like, hey, I'm not gonna fuck you. Sorry. It's just moral codes. I ain't gonna fuck you. Oh no, it's not like that. I'm Bleep Blorp. Here's my ship. You saved me from 3 pirates. Okay, cool. I'm still gonna hang out here on the ship, but you technically own it now. It's in your name. I'm just operating the knobs and stuff up here. Don't even mind me. I'm like, okay, thanks, Bleep Blorp.
I love how all of our alien names are 2-syllable duplicate words with different vowels, like all of them. Bleep, blorp, glip, nap. Like it's.
Well, I'm just going along with a theme here, you know.
No, it's just funny. Yeah, it's just good. I enjoy it. Yeah, I mean, what else do you have to say about No Man's Sky? Anything you're working towards right now? Like anything?
Currently, I have committed genocide on a bunch of animals to get meaty chunks, so I can make it into meat stew, so I can give it to a guy to get nanites. And currently, I am mashing A and X, and then when I get bored of that, I go do other stuff. So,
wow,
mm.
What?
Don't worry. Once you get off that planet, you guys are gonna get some meat stew too. Thanks to genocide.
Yeah.
Blood stew.
Extinction.
Yeah.
Oh god, but yeah, no, that's it for No Man's Sky. I could talk about it forever, but I'm not going to. There's not enough time in this world.
Other than that, they've just been playing Deathloop.
Yeah,
I beat it.
Yeah, tell us about Deathloop, Matt.
I like it.
Yeah, what's this indie game? I haven't heard of this. What is this?
It's by Arcane. They made Prey. It's another little unknown immersive sim. Before that, they made Dishonored.
A hidden gem.
I would say
I've never heard of Dishonored. Yeah, I don't know.
It's good. You should try it.
But yeah, Deathloop is super cool. It's in the Dishonored universe, 100%.
Context clues, for real though. Like
no, but like it is.
It is. It was confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah.
One of the people dies from a disease named after one of the people in Dishonored.
You see some antique guns that are like
Dishonored pistols that use oil.
Okay.
Just like a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of Easter eggs where it's not just like this is definitely a Dishonored world, but it's like you start seeing stuff, you like realize, oh, this is probably like maybe
this is what would have happened to Dishonored
in the future.
Yeah.
Cool. That was the same world, just a different time period.
Yeah, like all the Dishonored stuff's like antiques and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool.
They talk about like events, like a war that happened in Dishonored, and like it's definitely in Dishonored. I wasn't sure because I didn't look up anything after or while I was playing it. But yeah, super is. And it's good. I like it. I don't like it as much as Prey. I thought Prey was better.
Prey is a really good game.
But
what good. Is like what? How do it? I've watched like
what's the
part of the
loop?
First level. Yeah, like what are you doing? What the fuck? What's the loop? Why do you gotta kill it? Why do you gotta kill the loop?
Well, you're like stuck in the time loop. All right, and
Deathloop.
Yep, Deathloop. And you go throughout a whole day, and then you have to kill 7 visionaries, which are the people who like control the time loop. And for some reason, it's like tied to them for some reason. I don't know. They explain everything's very cryptic in this game.
Yeah,
very cryptic. Like no one is outright telling you anything. It's like all through like audio recordings and
but like
notes.
They don't just tell you. They talk about like around.
They talk about it as if it's known and that you should know already.
But you don't,
which is fine.
It's kind of cool.
But yeah, so you go through and you have to kill all of them within that 1 day period. And the day is split up into morning, noon, afternoon, and night. And there's 4 different areas you can visit during those times. And they may or may not have a visionary or whatever. But as you progress through loops, you learn more and more about like their schedules and what you have to do in like the morning to get people together in the evening, and you set up things throughout the day. So eventually you kill 1 visionary in the morning,
2,
like, you go somewhere else to set up something for, to get 3 visionaries somewhere else for the evening, and then you kill 2, and then blah, blah, blah. You set it up so you can do it all in one go.
And the whole time there's like there's persistent stuff too that you're discovering as you go, like certain things that you do.
Everything that you learn.
Yeah, the information like door codes.
All that stuff is kept because you and Juliana is the antagonist.
Who's trying to get you?
Yeah, trying to stop you from breaking the loop. you two remember, and then like some fucking random NPC remembers.
Yeah.
Fucking guy. Hi, my name's Joe. I remember stuff.
Basically, the name's Pick, I think.
Oh.
Well, there's also something else too, but yeah.
Yeah, no, but like,
like it's
the game is like it's hard to talk about because there's so many spoilers.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I do want to play it at some point. I probably
I can't talk about how to set things up or who you kill.
Right.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
And there's a lot of puzzles you have to figure out over time too, which is cool. There's like a whole questionnaire puzzle that you won't know the answers to until you've played through like a ton of the loops to figure out stuff.
Well, I beat the game within, I think, less than 8 loops, so 8 days.
Oh wow,
really?
Okay. Hey man,
I didn't even notice that. I thought that you had done way more loops than that.
No.
Oh, because you were like full clear Matt over here.
I
would kill the guy that he needed to in the area, and then would like fine tooth comb, put on gloves, and look at every tiny little thing in the whole area until they made him leave.
Yeah.
Get out of here. What are you doing?
So that's why you only take 8 days.
I would spend like 2 to 3 hours. I put 40 hours into it. I would spend maybe, my first like 3 loops. I would spend 2 to 3 hours in every
part of the day. In
whatever map that I chose.
And there's still shit you haven't completed.
There's a lot of shit that I didn't find.
Oh wow!
Like there are doors that I have 1 code to. It needs 3.
Shit.
Like there's like a lot of secrets that I didn't find.
Yeah.
That I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
and the way you beat
like,
it, yeah.
The fuck? I'm in it. I was like looking through fucking everything.
And there's still stuff?
Yeah. So it's crazy.
I have one question. You might talk about this later or whatever, but I noticed like on the beginning there's like a break the loop and protect the loop, but the protect the loop is grayed out. Did you do that part?
The protect the loop is the PvP part.
Yeah.
Where you play as Juliana and you can invade other people's.
Yeah. You have a choice to play offline or online, and if you play offline, you just get an AI version of Juliana, and if you play online, you'll get actual players coming in trying to.
I see.
Yeah,
I thought it was like part 1 of the story, then the real story. But I see. Well, I didn't know that was a thing. That's real cool. Okay.
Yeah, it's super. I played a little bit of it. It's cool. It's like a whole different thing.
Dude, there was one I was watching. I think it was the first time you ever tried it, where Matt went in and he's like, "All right, so I'm guarding the place where he has to go to unlock the tunnels so he can leave. Because as soon as you get invaded, it locks the tunnels, and you have to go to a keypad essentially to kind of unlock it.
You have to hack it.
You have to hack the keypad, which then gives you a place for Juliana, the person playing Juliana, to like kind of guard essentially. So you have to get past him, is the idea. And so Matt's like in this like perch up above, and he's like, I know if I move, because he's killed a visionary, I know that he's gonna come through here as soon as I move. And then Matt gets down, moves around, and then the guy has like vanished past him and is already hacking the terminal behind him as he's like within like 30 seconds. So Matt turns around, comes back, guy's gone, doesn't know where he is, and then we get like a glimpse of him. Matt's dead. The guy was like a fucking master at just being like a silent assassin. It was crazy.
He hesitated, defeated me.
Yeah, and he hadn't killed hardly any of the NPCs either. He was like going on like a no-kill run, essentially. So all the other NPCs were still around. And so
if you bother them or whatever, it alerts Juliana.
Yeah.
There have been times where I'm like, I'm looking for Juliana in my world, trying to kill the bitch, and I'm like, I can't find her. So I just start causing a ruckus. Like, I start throwing bottles, shoot my gun up in the air, like shooting NPCs not stealthy. I'm like, this little attractor. It does. And then I kill her. But yeah, and then like if you die during a loop and like so you pick up items, and then at the end of the day you have this thing called a residuum or whatever, and you can infuse this stuff and you get to keep your items.
Yeah. Otherwise, every loop you start fresh.
You you lose everything that you haven't decided to keep.
Right, and so you have like a currency you can spend to allow you to keep the items. Yeah.
So there is a reason to like try to survive the entire day besides like you're trying to kill all the visionaries or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Matt, you were gonna say we kind of.
I fucked up. I got cocky and like right after the tutorial, like the tutorial is like 2 hours long. It introduces you to all the shit. And I was at the end of the tutorial
area or whatever.
Yeah, it's like the beach area and then like the first, like 2 areas you can visit. Like
okay.
It's basically like the first day.
Yeah.
So I was at the end of the first day. And I finished like I killed Juliana. I killed the visionary. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I finally got my dishonored blink power. And then I was like, going through shit, fine tooth comb, feeling all cocky. And you can die like 3 times, in a loop before you're dead.
It does like a rewind thing to like a before spot, and then you can kind of replay through the scenario, that immediate scenario, but you have limited prize. Yeah.
And if you kill Juliana, you get 1 back. But I had 2. You have a max of 2. And I killed Juliana, so I had 2. And I died, like I fell in the water and some other shit. And I died, and then I was like, for some reason, still feeling cocky. Walking around doing some shit. And then a bunch of... I got killed by an NPC, and I just like lost all my shit.
Oh no! That ability he had.
Yeah, the ability. Like.
Oh no!
Yeah. You lose abilities too.
So anything that's not infused, you lose.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's cool because
is that the tagline?
Yeah. But yeah, it's really interesting because like in some ways, it has that roguelike aesthetic where unless you infuse everything, there's a bit of variety where you're like you kind of I am gonna get this ability for this run. Like I'm not sure if I have enough residuum or whatever to keep it, but this is cool. You can kind of try it out and
you can trash things for residuum that you don't want to keep.
Yeah.
But like honestly, by like the end of the first day, on my second loop, like after the tutorial, I died. That whole full day, like. I wasn't hurting for residual.
You had enough to kind of keep everything you wanted to keep.
Yeah, and then I could snowball. And I snowballed extremely quick.
Oh, okay.
Where, like, you only have to infuse things once. I thought you'd have to infuse it at the end of every day.
Oh, I thought you had to.
You do not.
Oh, that's crazy. When you upgrade items, because I'm assuming you can't upgrade items, you have to re-infuse.
You don't upgrade.
Oh, you don't upgrade? Okay, I wasn't sure.
You just add attachments.
Oh, okay. That's kind of what I was referring to. So if you add attachments, it's still reserved. It's fine.
As long as you infuse the attachment.
You infuse the attachments. That's funny. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, I just like super snowballed and had my loadout basically through the whole game. I didn't change anything. I also didn't get the blink ability until like my 4th fucking loop
because you lost it the first.
I lost it the first time, and then it's a random chance of what you get from Juliana and like the visionaries. Like they'll have like specific ones, but none of them have blink. I think Juliana is the only one that has blink, or maybe it's just the first lady,
and it's just not guaranteed that you're going to get it from them.
So I didn't have it until like my 4th loop.
Yeah, I just remember randomly coming in and being like, "Oh shit, man, you got blink! Finally." You got it again. That's sick.
Yeah, I probably played like 30 hours without it.
Pre-blink.
Yeah. That was rough. It was tough.
I bet. And what's cool is all the abilities have like upgrades to them too. So like the blink ability, you can upgrade it to where now if you're in the air, you'll kind of like have time to kind of focus where you're at instead of having to do things.
Like Dishonored,
yeah.
It has a lot of very similar stuff to Dishonored. And it was funny because neither Matt or I had looked up a lot about the game, and so we're like, so this is like definitely in the Dishonored universe, right? And we're like, I mean, look at it.
I'm looking at photos, like paintings. I'm like, these motherfuckers are from Dishonored.
Yeah.
Like they have the same outfit.
Yeah.
like the uniform from the people in Dishonored 1.
But now it's like a
You
painting of
can't
someone's
get
house.
it. You can't. I see that.
Yeah.
You can't trick me, Arcane Studios.
Yeah, but overall, I mean, like the game is good. Like it's the voice acting is really good. Colt and Juliana are great.
From a little bit I've seen, like the voice acting in the very beginning is really good.
But it's definitely like if I was you, I would avoid watching anything.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, I was just gonna buy it whenever I get paid this week and get started on it. But yeah, no, I've been pretty much like I'm pretty good nowadays of like if it doesn't blow up Twitter, like if it doesn't invade all of Twitter, I can pretty much avoid stuff for the most part unless I look it up myself, you know.
Yeah, unless you seek it out. Yeah.
But like for the most part, I'm just like, okay, I'm just not going to go into the Deathloop subreddit. I'm not going to type in hashtag Deathloop on Twitter. I'm just going to because shit gets spoiled for me for stuff I don't even care about. I'm like, I don't. Okay, well,
great.
I'm glad I know about that part.
Yeah,
yeah, it's just like whatever. So I'm like, stuff that I don't even care about, I get spoiled for. I gotta keep my blinders on for stuff I do give a shit about.
Yeah. Because
I'm excited to try it out. I've been playing a little bit of Prey in my free time, but that was like last month or something. I haven't gotten back to it yet, but
Prey is one of my all-time favorite games.
I was going to ask you, Matt.
It's pretty cool.
In comparison to Prey and in comparison to Dishonored and Dishonored 2, how does this game's like atmosphere and like overall world building stack up? Like, does it feel like?
Well, I mean, Deathloop is not an immersive sim.
Okay.
It's more like a FPS.
So
it's more like Dishonored 1 than it is Prey or Dishonored 2.
Gotcha. Yeah, with the fact that everything loops, you have limited areas that you interact with, and you interact with those areas multiple times. So there's
a lot of things you can do, like you can kill the visionaries like a bunch of different ways.
There's like environmental ways to do it, or you can just shoot them, or you can drop in on them from above. There's a bunch of different ways you can do stuff. Just like in Dishonored, I mean, I would argue.
I think you can kill the visionaries.
Yeah, there's
more varied ways
yeah.
than you can in Dishonored 1 or 2.
Dishonored is more about the route you take to get to them, more so than the way
you don't have a chaos or not chaos.
Yeah, you can just do whatever the fuck you want.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason why you wouldn't kill everyone is because there's an achievement for it.
There's an achievement for not killing anybody in the Deathloop?
Like in a loop or whatever, not killing like any of the NPCs or some bullshit. That type of
thing. You only kill the visionaries. You don't kill any of the
I see, gotcha.
Yeah,
guys.
I was
like, well, then how do you beat the loop if you don't kill anybody? What the hell?
Actually, you just have a good talking with them, and you're like, why don't you kill yourself? And you're like, you know what? Yeah. Okay. And then they do.
But did you still kill them?
That is a moral quandary that this game does not worry about. Because you have
I think
to
in the eyes of the law, if you urge someone to kill themselves and they kill you themselves, it's kind of on you.
Yeah, I think it's manslaughter.
Yeah, there was
literally a case.
There was
like 10 years ago that was about that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that there's like.
Well, we don't have to talk about any more about it because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Okay, fine.
Got him.
And then in the law portion of the podcast. But yeah, it's super good.
Lawyers.
Like the mystery is good. Like I didn't find everything, and a lot of it is intentionally vague.
Got some cool puzzles.
It seems pretty compelling to be like the game starts in the middle of the loop versus like you going into the loop and then you're like, oh my god, what is this? It's like, oh
yeah, there's a lot of discovery.
Like, the game's
yeah, as to like how you
first 5 seconds, it's like you're getting stabbed to death. It's like, oh, okay. All right. That's an intro for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, there's a reason for that too. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I didn't think she was just stabbing you because you disagreed with her on Twitter or something. I imagine there was like a deeper reason.
Like you quote tweeted. God.
Submit me to scrub quotes. I'll fucking show you. You play like an
play like an adult.
play like an adult.
Yeah.
Oh god, but good. I'm glad you're enjoying Deathloop. I'm really excited to try it out. I think that's probably going to be the next game on my list. I'm going to be playing the Artful Escape tomorrow, but that's like a quick, short game. I'm just doing that so I can have something besides No Man's Sky and Skyrim on my stream shit. But yeah,
Gotcha.
excited to play it, and I'm glad you enjoyed it as well. You have to. Are you going to continue playing the PvP thing, or are you just kind of done with it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's hard to figure out what to do when you're like done with a game. It's usually like, I don't know.
I mean,
I could play it again, but then like, why would I? Unless I really, really, really like
person to linger.
Yeah. Like I'm not like a lot of the extra like secret stuff is like lore.
Mm.
And
but did you ever play
watch a video?
Well, I mean, I already read like a lot of it.
Oh. Yeah.
Did you ever play the Moon Crash DLC for Prey?
Yeah, played a little bit.
Yeah, I played a bit of it. Yeah,
gotcha. I mean, it's a kind of like a rogue thing. You might like it. I don't know, but if you already played it, then you would know. So
I think we talked about it.
I played like maybe 20 minutes of it.
Yeah.
I don't know why Spencer's talking all confidently.
No.
I spent time in it.
No. I
think I tried it out and then
Matt
promptly
beat it 13 times.
promptly forgot about it. I think.
I just remember like us like starting it up one time, and like playing a little bit of it.
I'm pretty sure you were not near me.
Well, then you must have told me about it. I just remember it being tried. That's all. Because we had a podcast where we talked about Prey, and I was gonna continue whittling down my memory.
I just start really broad, and then I get
with
to the
someone
truth.
As bad as memory as me, you have to. Sometimes that's just the way it is. I'm like, I remember, we tried it once, and I don't remember how far. And then like, I'm like, oh wait, no, we barely played any of it. Oh, I might not have even been there. I think Matt just told me about it. Like, it's just,
it's the way that you start so confidently. Like, this is the facts. I'm like, no, this is not what happened.
I'm a very persuasive person.
No, you're not. You don't persuade anybody because I'm here.
I know. If you weren't there, dude, people would be living a whole different existence. All right, their entire opinion of me.
So you can convince yourself, and that's it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I can convince myself pretty easily of something, and just like say it like it's, and it's not intentional. I'm not trying to deceive people, right?
Yeah.
I just happen to be deceiving.
I just happen to be wrong and say it confidently.
Yeah. Well, that's just. Yeah.
And the times where I'm correct.
That's what boomers do.
Awesome. Times when I'm incorrect or even slightly incorrect, that's when you start. That's what I like to call memory jazz.
Ooh, memory jazz.
Yeah, it's like improv. You gotta like
kind of
improv your way to the truth.
Oh, I just like lie more, but I take about 10% off every time,
and then it becomes the truth. You gotta whittle it down.
So what you're saying is you lie yourself to the truth because people correct you. That's as a person.
Not all the time, but for things that I
ever heard about.
And real wrong about
things I haven't heard about or haven't read about.
Yeah, that's how I cope with it. That's how I cope.
So what's the Dogecoin? It's backed by the pesos. Is that right?
Yeah,
Dogecoin is backed up. Oh
shit!
I
would have read some bullshit about on Reddit and been like, "This is it," and I'll be like, "Did you read the rest of that?" He's like, "No, I didn't read the rest of that."
It's actually started by a couple of guys in Mexico City.
It was a joke. And then he's like, "No, I think maybe I'm thinking of something else. Maybe I'm thinking of the maybe I'm thinking of the peso, and that's backed by the blockchain." I'm like, "Nope." It's fun. It's really fun. It's like a little dance that we do every month.
Yeah,
it's like 4 or 5 times.
Sometimes it's really good, and other times it's just like
fucking annoying.
It's not that great. You can't win them all,
Oh no, I mean it's just jazz, baby.
It's just jazz. Yeah.
You don't win every jazz concert. You know what I'm saying?
Skip it about bop dee bop 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 lie.
Belie.
Oh,
cool.
Man.
But yeah, I recommend Deathloop.
Deathloop, good game.
Hell yeah, I'm excited to try it out.
Oh yeah, but you were asking me if I was going to revisit it. I don't know.
Okay, I just didn't. Yeah.
Like I kind of want to do the Juliana stuff, but like I also don't care that much about it. And like all like kind of like the main driving force was like I want to figure out what's happening in the game, but most importantly, I want to figure out is this in the Dishonored universe and how that connects. I'm really interested in that.
Right. Gotta wait for Vidya to play it.
So, once more secrets and stuff like that happen,
what you gotta do is wait for MatPat to get to it to come up with some crazy
and then read a
Deathloop
thread
theories.
about it because we don't really watch him that much. So
I've never seen one of his videos.
Yeah, Matt's never watched.
It's been a while since I watched a game theory, but
oh no, is he the game theory guy?
Yeah,
I watched his Isaac one, and I was like, "You're a fucking idiot."
I think like
absolutely
he had, like,
fucking stupid. And then I left.
Think his secret to success is that he has like out of 10 videos, he has like one good theory, but then the rest of like the other 10, like it's like one like
videos.
Yeah, it's like is Isaac really a person? And the other 9 is like, Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy is actually a bear twink.
Yeah, it's as if I made a video about my ideas about not knowing about the game, and then I just made like the whole video with no one to check me.
Well, no, your thing is you lie. He's just doing theories. There's a difference.
It's totally different. Different part of your brain.
The thing is, Spencer doesn't know he's lying.
No.
Until about the fourth.
Memory jazz. Yeah, I
memory.
Sorry, I didn't want to like say you're like intentionally lying to people to
I'm smart. I know what I'm talking about. And then Matt's over there. He's always breaking me down. No, I'm just correcting your memory.
So you're just what's his Lewis Black? Is that the guy? Is that one of the comedians?
He is a comedian.
He is a comedian.
Yeah, he has like a whole skit about this where he's like, back in my day, we would just scream information at people and nobody could correct us, but now that we have smartphones, people can correct us. So basically, you're Lewis Blacking, but without like the funny parts. You're just.
Oh wow! Way to call me not funny. Okay.
Well, everybody knew it. He just said it.
I can't believe it, dude. I can't believe
wow,
it.
So brave.
Wow.
So brave.
So finally Biscuit comes forward. You know what, dude? He ain't funny. All right. I mean to say it for years, all right? You're only here because you intro and outro. That's it. And sometimes you do interview shit where, because you never play the game. You're always the one that's around just hanging out while the other person plays the game.
And then you misremember it.
And then I misremember. You see, Matt, but you see what that does, though, is it creates a situation where then you are able to then fully describe something that you wouldn't have otherwise touched on by correcting me.
This is
it's
true.
Like that adage on Reddit where you put the wrong answer to something to get the correct one because people are definitely gonna correct you.
Mm-hmm.
It's that type of thing.
This is true.
All right.
My sister does the same thing, where she has like strategies to make me talk.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. Ask him about a certain question, do you? I got you. Is that a show?
That's all of our time.
Oh my God, is that the podcast? Is the podcast done?
Mm-hmm.
Did we finish it? Awesome.
Can we memory jazz our way to the end of the podcast?
Oh, I can memory jazz the shit out of this ending.
Follow us.
No, but yeah, you can check us out here. We got all our stuff there on the screen. We also have all our stuff in the description down below. You can check out Fistcake.
Wait, slow down.
At Fisk, I'm hyped up. I'm hyped up. The memory
I know,
jazz.
it's okay.
Me.
It's just a big name. You got to slow down just a little bit. Like
you can check out Fistcake on YouTube, as well as at the Fistcake on Twitter and the Fistcake on Twitch. You can check us out live at Neanderthal Gaming TV on YouTube and on Twitch, and check us out at Neanderthal GTV on Twitter. We do this every 2 weeks. So if you're watching this live, in 2 weeks we'll do it again. We do it on Tuesdays at about 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, give or take. But yeah, thanks everyone so much for watching. We'll see everybody next time.
Peace.
Bye, everybody.